What's up guys, it's Fabian here and welcome back to another video. And welcome to this new set, hope you guys like it. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. Something that people might call, going
to the dark side?
I'm really a Canon guy and I love Canon gear. I'm just so used to them, they're so user friendly. I have a Canon 7D Mark II which I'm recording on right now. I do have a Canon 7D Mark I as well as I've started off with the Canon 600D, which was my first DSLR camera. But a few months back I've started vlogging on a little Fuji QX1, which has been a great camera, but unfortunately a few weeks back I've actually lost it. It was a really cool little point and shoot camera. I could just, take it everywhere with me. It was able to shoot RAW, it was able to shoot manual, it was able to shoot video as well, and it has a decent quality. But unfortunately a few weeks back I've lost it, and since I've been trying to find the perfect vlogging camera. And I think I found it. Guys, welcome my new addition, the Nikon J5. Let's unbox this. So guys, this is the Nikon J5 camera, and the reason I've chosen this is actually a few reasons. Number one, this is a mirrorless camera. Mirrorless camera means that it still has quite a large sensor, unlike the point and shoot cameras that you can buy, and it does have a better picture quality. Mirrorless means that it doesn't have a mirror in front of the sensor, unlike DSLR cameras, which makes it much more compact. Reason number two, it has a 180 degrees flip screen, so you can actually do selfie mode on it, and also it is a touch screen, so you can actually touch focus on it. So for video and vlogging, it makes it a whole lot easier, so you can actually compose your shot very nicely and vlog away. Reason number three, this comes with a kit lens, which is a really good range kit lens from 10 to 30mm at 3.5 to 5.6 variable aperture, which is quite wide for vlogging at arm's length, as well as it's got a nice zoom range, not too much, but yet again it still has a bit of zoom range, so for vlogging it would be just a perfect size. And once you turn off the camera, the lens actually doesn't protrude too much. So it's great for pocketing the camera, it's great for traveling with it, and it doesn't take up too much space. Yet you still have the good quality of a mirrorless camera. As this is a mirrorless camera, the lens is also exchangeable, so if in a later stage I want to upgrade, then I could do so. So as you guys see, this is a quite small box, and the camera is quite small itself, but let's check out what's in the box. Opening actually is quite a nice experience. It's quite a decent box, as you'd imagine. Nikon always comes up with great cameras. I'm not dissing Nikon cameras at all. I do love their cameras, but they're not for me. I prefer Canon. Some people prefer Nikon. I've worked with both, and I do like both as well. It comes with the guarantee card, as well as the manual with the guarantee on the back. It's got a 2 years manufacturer's guarantee, which is great when you're first purchasing, and some good dealers also expand the capabilities of your guarantee, and I have actually purchased a 5-year guarantee with this as well, which would support accidental damage. Also, if it has any technical issues, it's covered for 5 years. For vlogging, I just made sure that it's covered for any sort of accident, and hopefully I'm not gonna break it. This should last for more than 5 years. Now, looking at the box first, you've got 3 compartments. First of all, so it comes with the little European charger plug, which clips onto the back of the charger unit. That goes onto the side here. Also comes with a micro USB to USB cable for transferring. I'm not 100% sure if you can charge the camera with this. It would be great if you could, but I'm not certain, so we'll try that out later. Also comes with a neck strap, which I probably won't be using, but we'll see. I prefer the hand straps because if I'm using the camera a lot in my hand or a lot of moving, traveling, and I need to have it at hand, it's great to just be able to strap it around my hand. But it comes with a quite nice neck strap. It's quite thin. It should do the job. Also, it comes with a charger with the US plug. So it comes with the US plug, but this is also usable in Europe with the converters that it comes with. So clips on something like that, and you've got yourself the charger. And last but not least, it comes with the battery, which is a lithium ion ENEL24 Nikon battery, and it is an 850 milliamp hour battery. So it's not a big battery. Hopefully it's gonna last some time. I'm not too sure. I may be getting a few more batteries if I can. For vlogging, I could just carry these batteries and I don't have to carry the charger with me. Apparently, from the manufacturer's information, they say it should last you about 300 to 400 shots. Not too short. We'll find out in the long term. I'll update you on that. Now, the most important thing is the camera itself, and this is the camera body. Now, I did get the silver and black version of this camera. That's the only one that my local shop stocked. It looks very nice. I think it looks quite retro. It's got a nice feel to it. It's actually plastic, but there's quite a nice build to it. The monitor itself, as you see, it's tiltable, so you can do the selfie mode as well as tilt it down, so you can shoot from a low angle, as well as it's a touchscreen. It's got a metal sort of a finish, so it should last you if you look after it. I'm always worried about these flimsy monitors, you know, how long they might last. It also has two dials here. One is for your settings and the second one is for changing aperture and things like that. Also have a dedicated movie record button, as well as a shutter button and the on-off switch. It also has a built-in flash, which I'm not too sure how strong it is, but you can actually change the angle so you can bounce it off walls and things like that. It is great to have in this. As well as it does have NFC and Wi-Fi built in, so you can actually transfer your photos and videos onto your phone and share it online on the go, which is great. Cameras these days need to have this function because, you know, social media and mobile phones and things like that. Mobile phone, you carry your phone all the time. The camera isn't the greatest on it. You can take shots with this, great shots, transfer the JPEGs onto your phone, put it up on social media, and Bob's your uncle. Now, if I open up the battery flap here, you have the battery compartment here, as well as, it's quite a bit of a surprise, but it does need a micro SD. So it doesn't take the normal SD cards, it does take a micro SD, which is a bit of a pain because you don't want to be fiddling with the little cards, losing them or something. Also, you always have to carry a converter so you can put it into your computer to transfer the files. It is a bit of a bummer, but we'll look away from that. This was the best camera that I could come up with for vlogging. I felt like that it does have the functions that I will need. It does have the size that I need for it to be quite compact, yet still be functionable. Now, it does say that it has a 4K recording, but it only shoots 4K at 15 frames per second, so it's very choppy, it's unusable. But it does shoot in 1080p at 60 frames per second for a bit of slow motion. It also has a slow motion function in it at 720p, and it shoots, if I'm correct, at 120 frames per second at 720p, which is great for vlogging. I can get these nice smooth slow motion shots if I wanted to. It also has a time-lapse function, which I'm quite excited about because previously I just had to leave my camera and shoot for about 20 minutes. I think that was the limit, or 14 minutes. And that was my time-lapse. With this, I could just shoot the time-lapse function and it will give me the time-lapse files as is. So this is the camera itself, quite nicely weighted. It does have these little jingles on the side, which might be an issue with the built-in microphones. So I'll probably be taking these off and putting something else on them. We'll see. So I'm gonna put that aside now. And last but not least, I think, is the lens. So as you guys see, this is a quite small lens, and if you compare it to the body itself, it's actually not much thicker than the body itself. So it's about the same thickness, and it's a very light lens. Now it's great that it's quite small because, like I was saying, it's very compact. But when you turn on the camera, the lens actually protrudes, so it does have a mechanical zoom, and also when you're zooming, the whole lens moves. So hopefully, if you know, in case it drops or something, you wouldn't want to drop it on the lens itself, because that would just completely break the lens. It also has a dust cover, an automatic dust cover, which is great that you don't have to take off and put back the lens cap. It's great for vlogging. I feel like that this is the most reasonable lens for vlogging. It takes little effort to whip out the camera and start shooting within seconds. So let me put this all together and see what it looks like. Now as you guys see, the lens protrudes quite a bit when the camera is turned on, and it does move and it does make noise when you're using it. So hopefully that's not going to affect the sound quality on the built-in microphones. But it's great when you turn it off that it retracts, and it makes it quite compact to carry, as well as the flip screen is just great. It is a quite heavy camera, but it does feel quality. You know, there is quite a bit of plastic on it, but yet again it doesn't feel too plasticky, which I'm quite happy about. You know, when you pay this much for a camera like that, you know, you want a bit of quality at least in the camera. I know it's not gonna be a magnesium alloy body like the DSLRs, but it feels like it almost feels like a full aluminium. The buttons are made of aluminium, most of them at least. The body is obviously, most of it is plastic. It does have a bit of a sort of a rubberish grip on it, which is nice to hold in one hand even. And yeah, I'm quite happy about this. Now, like I did say, it does take a micro SD, and I did purchase one as well, which is the SanDisk Elite micro SD for 4K. Hopefully this will help with the buffering as well, to make the file transfers a bit faster. But I didn't buy it because of the 4K, obviously, because this only shoots in 4K, like I previously said, in 15 frames per second. It's probably, you know, it's just a marketing thing. I think in the 4K mode, I would never use the 4K. 1080 is more than fine for me, because that's what I'll be shooting with, so I'm quite happy with that. So guys, this is the camera kit. This is the Nikon One J5 first impression unboxing of this camera. I'll be getting back to my vlogs very soon. First of all, I'm gonna try and test out the camera, try and figure out how it's gonna work for me. But I think this is a great purchase. I've compared it to many other cameras. I was thinking of purchasing the Canon EOS M3, which I'll leave some information in the description below, but it was a quite big hefty camera, similar to the Sony a6000, which is a quite big camera as well. That was also a great camera. Sonys are great for the picture quality and video quality, but the flip up screen was a minus for me. There wasn't a flip up screen, 180 flip up screen, so therefore I thought for vlogging I just want to use something a bit better quality, and I just want to see how I can compose my shots in a few different ways. So that's why I'm thinking the flip screen on the top would be a great addition to this system. So this is the Nikon One J5 camera first impression unboxing. I'll leave some information down in the description below if you guys want to check it out. I'll also leave a link from where I've purchased it in the description below. If you're local, you can also purchase it from there. If you're international, I'll leave some links for international purchases as well. Guys, hope you liked this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. I'd really appreciate it. And If you have any questions regarding this camera, do ask. I'm gonna be trying this out in a real world scenario, so I'll be using this camera quite a lot, hopefully daily. Like I said, I've compared it to many cameras and I thought this is the best option for me. What is your camera? Do you vlog? What is the camera that you've been thinking of purchasing? Do send me your opinions down in the description below. And that's all from me, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Really sure what are my options. I do film, video, photo, stuff like that. And as you guys know, I do have a few cameras. I'm currently recording on the Canon 7D Mark II.